So welcome to the Shallow End.
Welcome to the Shallow
This
End.
is episode 13.
Lucky 13.
Lucky number 13. You know what? Before we get started, I do have a gift for you.
A gift?
A gift.
Oh, for me?
For you.
Oh, you shouldn't
I
have.
wanted to get you something better. I really did. But happy Nurses Week.
Oh, thank you.
That's what I spent so much time. And Hallmark, get it together. Y'all have no nurses cards for Nurses Week?
I
Like, what the...
know. But can I ask you a question? Do I have a budget of $500?
No.
I was like, I'm going to be caffeinated for the next 20 years.
It's 15.
Oh.
You can get a coffee. I don't know if you can get ice.
Yeah. Thank you for this lovely gift.
You're
It's
welcome.
much appreciated. I love Starbucks.
Cool.
You know, I pay the rent at my local one.
Well, you know what?
They'll be glad to see me.
Get
again.
something. Get a caramel macchiato on me.
Oh, love it. Yes, and something on the side, maybe like a shot of espresso.
Or a scone. Do they do scones?
No, they do.
Biscotti?
No. Well, a cake pop is a good.
Oh,
Yes.
I can't tell you the last time I went to an actual Starbucks. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just not for me. I'm a
Yeah.
Dunkin' boy.
Dunkin'. Yeah, America runs on it.
It does.
But we have a very fun-filled
We
week
do.
for you.
We-
what a week.
It's been lunacy.
Yes.
Like, all right, you want to start? You want to start sour?
Let's start sour.
Apparently, there is a serial killer roaming the streets of New England. And I know New England is broad, but they've had like I think 8 bodies
Yeah.
in like since like January or something like that.
Yeah, mostly in Rhode Island.
I haven't seen any descriptions of the victims, but I don't want to know. I don't think they're saying if they're male or female or if they're a mix.
I wonder if there's a correlation between like the serial killers like that was like in Long Island, and like if there's some sort of I feel like they're targeting sex workers.
I think so too, because it's easy target. Who's looking for them?
Yeah.
You know? But at the same time, that guy was a buffoon. Like, he dumped, like, I don't know if you watched the documentary. He dumped, like, 5 of his 8 bodies within, like, a quarter mile of each other. I'm just like, bruh, like, there's so much woods. There's
Yeah.
so much, like, what are you doing?
I don't know. I don't know anything about that.
I don't know anything about it, but, like, I think I'd be a good serial killer. Because, like...
Now this is getting weird.
Well, no. Well, no, like, I'm not going to go out and start murdering people.
I know. Sean,
But-
you're going to end up on a watch list by the time this podcast is over.
It would be the first time. Probably won't be the last. But at the same
this is
time,
getting
like
creepy.
I can blend. I can like maneuver in and out of different crowds. Like I would never be a suspect.
Yeah, next episode, Body Hunting 101 with Sean Penn. Oh my
This
God.
is where I dump it. Like all right, so we got that out the way.
Yeah.
Now
if
we
you're
have-
in New England, be careful.
Oh, my bad. Okay, so another good one, fresh out of Florida. So a Florida woman posed as an ICE agent to kidnap her ex-husband's wife to say that she was being deported.
Oh my God.
But it backfires because the girl got away. She called the real authorities, and then when they pulled up, she had like a fake badge that she was trying to show. She was like, "No, I work for ICE." And it's just like, "No, you don't." Like,
What if the other girl was like, plot twist, I actually work for ICE?
no, but I think she was like, I want to say she was of Latin descent. So like I could see, especially now, I could see how the fear could be.
That's so crazy though, because why are all these people so hung up on their like? Just move on. Last time we had the guy that got the plastic surgery to like be unrecognizable to get his like former flame back. Now we have people posing as ICE agents.
But like, I feel like this is gonna be bigger than what it is right now.
Just
I feel
a
like
friendly reminder: there are 7 billion people in this world.
true, but at the
Move
same time,
on.
think about how many people on a regular basis pretend to be a cop.
Yeah, that's why would you want to pretend to be a cop?
I don't know.
Of all the things that you can pretend to be.
For real, like dream bigger.
Yeah.
Like what are you doing? All right, so we should do what was next? Oh, so this one was really good too. So a woman in Ohio gets pulled over. She has warrants, but she also has a pet raccoon. And they pull her out the car to like pat her down. They look over. In her car is a raccoon. And they're like, "Oh, great. What are you playing with, raccoon?" Raccoon lifts his head up. It's a meth pipe.
Yeah, the raccoon's name was Chewy, by the way.
No way.
Yeah, his name was Chewy.
So is Chewy going to get rehoused or
What if Chewy was actually the one smoking meth? And
that would be
What if he set up that whole sting just to get rehomed?
Yeah,
Did you
but
see the inside of that car?
I did. It had like a
It was like missing the whole interior.
not only that, it had like a piece of a gate on the window.
Yeah, Chewy.
Yeah.
Chewy orchestrated that whole thing.
First of all, how many meth pipes you got where they just laying around?
Yeah.
Just so your raccoon could just pick up a meth pipe?
Yeah, he picked up a habit now. Now he's a
For real.
meth
He's-
raccoon.
Well, he fits the description. You know what I
Chewy
mean?
was like to the police officers, "Take me to rehab."
Wait a minute. So, is that one in the cop's hand?
Yeah, and then
And then there's one in his mouth?
There's one in Chewy's mouth.
How much meth are you smoking?
Enough to get Chewy hooked. Yeah.
This
poor
should
Chewy.
this should be the new Dare mascot.
I hope the best for Chewy on his road to sobriety. I hope that he gets the help he needs
Like,
and he gets rehomed in a nice
do you
place.
think his name is Chewy because he was always biting, and then they gave him some meth and he kind of like mellowed out?
I don't know, but like
So
Chewy's had a
Chew.
rough life.
Chew.
You know
I
what?
got you.
Chewy's like raccoon childhood trauma is just
Not even this
manifesting
is like,
into a meth addiction.
I can't wait to see his origin story.
Yeah.
Like the life of Chewy.
Yeah. Oh, imagine.
Like one day.
What if Chewy was like the biggest meth dealer in Ohio?
What if he's the one eating the dogs and eating the cats?
Maybe. I don't know. Well, sorry you had to go through all that, Chewy.
My bad, Chewy. Nobody should be going through that. Nobody's handler should be addicted to meth and then driving you around. That's just bad parenting. Honestly.
Yeah.
But man, what a weekend.
What a week. I know. The news stories, they're just getting crazier and crazier.
Oh, this is the homie.
Oh,
Can we
yeah.
call it a homie?
The whole Jip Jip also.
Jip.
Jip Jip. So Gypsy Rose is crashing out over her ex-husband because he implemented boundaries with her.
Well, boundaries are good.
Yeah. Well,
But-
she was going around spreading his personal business, talking about how he takes methadone because he has chronic pain, which is nobody's business.
No one. Yeah, she was like posting medical records.
Yeah.
I saw something about that. Like I haven't my Google alerts for Gypsy aren't on,
Yeah.
but
But she's going crazy because he's implemented boundaries. He's not talking to her. And now she's crying on the internet while her husband and her baby are sitting at home.
wait. This isn't her. This is
No. She's crying about her ex-husband, who she left.
She left him.
Yeah.
This is when she got out of jail. She left him, right?
Well, no, she was married to him for a while, and then she
She was.
she
the one-
started seeing another ex. So she left. Ryan was the good guy. That's the one that she's
That's what she's-
going crazy over.
So wait a minute. So she backslid.
Yeah.
She did a full on backslide.
Yes.
And now we supposed to feel bad for you, Gypsy.
Yeah, and it's like now that he's implementing boundaries, she's going ballistic. And meanwhile, her husband and baby are probably like, what about us?
Do you mind helping me with this?
Yeah. Oh my God. I don't know. Gypsy needs to go back to jail.
I don't like.
She should.
She did her time.
No, but listen, she should have that same remorse for the poor guy that's still sitting in jail right now.
For
who
real.
carried out the hit for her.
Like, first of all, what is Gypsy doing to these men? That like
All jokes aside, if Gypsy can just write a little play by play,
Gypsy is doing something.
I can't even get a text back, and she's got this whole ring of men that are just
Yeah.
going crazy for her. How do you do it?
Gypsy needs to write a how-to.
Yeah.
That's what she needs.
Like maybe if I start talking like this. Do you think that would be? I don't know.
Nah, you know what? No, I would say no because you have things to say, and everything that you say usually comes with a point.
I don't know.
If it doesn't come with a point, it definitely comes with a punchline.
Gypsy's shooting triple doubles.
She's like LeBron out this
Yeah, I don't know how she does it, but
I don't know how, like,
some girls just have it.
yeah, for real. And whatever
She's a real man killer.
A mood killer for sure. Like, I don't know if she's like I've never dated a girl to like gas me up so much to be like, you know what, you could kill my mom. You'd be like, you know what, I could kill your mom. Like,
I don't know.
like. There's nothing you could say to me to get me to that point.
Yeah. Oh boy. I don't know. But it's just crazy. It's crazy that she has a platform as big as she does, and this is what she chooses.
She got a
to
show
do with it.
too, right?
I think she had one for a while. I don't know, but she's got like a following on TikTok. She definitely has a platform.
Yeah. You know who? Like, I'm sorry to like sidetrack, but have you seen the Tourette's girl?
The one that was on Dr. Phil?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love her.
She's got a show on HBO
Good.
Max.
That's someone who deserves to be famous. I love her.
Like, I haven't watched it yet, but it's on the list.
No, she's cool. I like her.
I'm,
I
like-
forgot her name, but I like her.
I like her too, because she was just like, she'll just like hit you with like sound effects. Like, I don't, like, and cocksucker, pew!
She'd
Be
be like,
what?
"You're bald."
Yeah. I'm like, yo.
I love her. I would watch her show.
And I think she got a show on Max.
You know, and it brings awareness to Tourette's. I think it's
For real.
See, I'm for that. I'll watch your show, girl. Just
Wait,
don't
have you
call
ever-
me bald-headed or ugly.
Nah, if she will, she'll apologize right after.
Yeah.
But have you ever dealt with anybody with Tourette's?
Actually, I'll tell you a funny story about. I know Tourette's, but I don't.
I know that bitch too. Nah, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I can when I see it, I'm like, okay, this person is having tics. But this one time when I was in college and I was studying at a Starbucks, there was this guy, and I could tell he was like actively ticking because he's making noises, and you can tell he was like trying to keep it under control. And this group of teenage girls sat next to him, and they were like gossiping about one of their friends, and they were like, oh, "Stacy's such a slut," right? They're saying it like that, and he's like, "Stacy's a slut, slut," and he's like, "Stacy's a slut."
I would have lost it. I would have lost it.
I had to grab my books and just get the hell out of there.
I would have lost it.
I was crying, and like the group of girls were just like. They were like in shock, but he was having like a full on like he was just like going crazy.
See, like, I remember I went to high school with a girl who would have episodes, and like, I don't even really want to, like, I'm not going into detail about it because like she would relive traumatic episodes.
Yes,
and it was like
that's sad.
It was like it would break my heart. Like, I remember one time like she just started having an episode and started like screaming and like crying, like saying things like "get off me." I just had to hug her because I was just
Yeah,
like, "Yo, like, you're
that's
safe.
so sad.
You're okay."
But that time when that guy had that Tourette attack in Starbucks, that might have been like the highlight of my life. I still think about it like every once in a while when I'm at Starbucks. I'm just like, Stacey's a slut.
Yo, I know a couple Stacys. I know a few Stacys.
And they're all sluts. No.
Nah, I wouldn't say they're all sluts. 50%.
Yeah. Stacey's mom has got it going on. That's what we all know.
Stacey's mom is probably a slut. Because Stacey's mom is out here trying to catch a charge.
Yeah. No, it might be wrong.
Like, we're the only ones that are going to laugh at that.
I know.
Because they're like, who is Stacey's mom?
I know.
People are going to take
Showing
this
our
like,
age now.
People are going to take this like, but Stacey's mom is so nice. You're like, we're not talking about
I
Stacey's
know.
mom.
Oh, boy.
I'm talking about Stacey's mom. Oh, so some kids in a nice neighborhood went a little crazy upstate New York.
Is Syracuse Syracuse is kind of a mixed bag though, isn't it? Isn't it kind of like I don't know. I've never been there, but I heard parts of Syracuse can be rough. Parts
are rough. Like, the further you get away from the college, the more it turns into like kind of like a mountain town. but like it's pretty. I like Syracuse for the most part, but it's really weird. Like people are like, like what's the first thing they tell you not to talk to strangers? It's like everybody around there is saying like hello, good morning. Like I don't know you. Why are you talking to me? Like leave me alone.
It's New Jersey. We're just jerk offs.
We're
We're not nice people. You go anywhere else, they're like, "Hey, how are you? Good morning." Like, just happy to see you, and you're like, "What do you want from me?"
Like what is the scam?
Yeah,
I'm not buying your magazines.
yeah. That's why we're just. But there's a saying though, like people from New Jersey, they're not nice, but they're kind. Like I think we've
Yes.
discussed this before,
Yeah.
where people be like, "Who the hell are you?" Like, if your car broke down or like, they'll be more willing to help.
Yeah, opposed to just drive past you. Okay, but this hazing in Syracuse, this lacrosse team, I guess they took like the underclassmen, like I guess the JV team that are gonna be moving up eventually, took them by gunpoint into the woods, blindfolded them, and like literally scared the shit out of them.
Oh my God.
And I'm just like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah, like what in The Sopranos are you
Like, what did
doing
y'all
to them?
think this was a good idea?
Oh my God, that's horrible.
But like everybody, if you played a sport in high school, you went through some level of hazing.
Yeah, what happened to just like pantsing people?
Pantsing people,
Atomic wedgies, like what happened to
throwing
that?
somebody in the showers, like shit like that. Normal hazing.
Yeah, they're
Normal
doing
hazing.
way too much now. That is
You
ridiculous.
pull a gun on me, like we have an issue. We have a real issue. But like it's funny because like and they told the police and the police issued a statement saying like, hey, if you turn yourself in, this will be easier. Instead of like, now if this was a group of black kids, they would have been like, they would have broken their house at 4 a.m. trying to arrest them. They wouldn't have issued a statement saying, hey, just turn yourself in. But
Yeah,
it is what it is.
The privilege is real.
For real.
Yeah, that's like
I
that
don't-
is so stupid. Like, why would you? What is the point of that? They should.
don't know.
I don't know.
I
I
have
hope.
no idea.
So ridiculous.
Okay, well let's go upbeat. Let's do a little upbeat.
Yeah, that just made me angry for no reason.
Got you
Like I want to
flustered.
fight a bunch of high school boys now.
Like I don't care if you play lacrosse. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is gonna be fun. A 7-year-old boy takes his sister to McDonald's. You know how he got there?
How?
He took the car.
Oh,
And he drove. His 7-year-old little ass drove to McDonald's. And then he placed an order, and this is what happened. He didn't have money. So when they asked him for money, he like broke down. He did like a 7-year-old thing. Like he was just like, "Oh, I'm scared."
oh,
But
is that look
yeah.
at the car?
Is that Oh yeah, I guess he tried to drive over some, crack the axle.
Oh my
But
God.
like he learned how to drive off YouTube.
That is insane.
That's crazy.
Like, did he hotwire the car?
No,
Did he,
no,
like,
took
take
the keys.
Oh,
Took
all
the
right.
keys, knew how to shift it into gear. Like I was an early driver. I wasn't driving at 7, you know what I mean?
No.
Not with any like precision. Like this he made it through the drive-through.
Yeah, the kid. People didn't see like a little kid like driving by with
Not
like,
even just
like
hands.
this.
Just hands and hair. But I don't think he's getting any charges pressed against him. But I did see that the mother said that he is going to be grounded forever, which he's 7. He could be grounded till 12, and that would be forever for him.
Yeah.
But if anything, if McDonald's doesn't sponsor him to get like driving lessons, like that would be a good tie. It would be good PR for McDonald's too.
You know what though? If I was 7 years old and I had access to my parents' car, I wouldn't go to McDonald's. I'd kick it up a notch. I'd go to Applebee's.
You go to Applebee's. See, like, I don't know where 7-year-old Sean would go, because 7-year-old Sean was still living in New York,
Yeah.
and we had a car, but we never like if I was going on my mom, we took the train. We took the train everywhere.
Yeah, but if you had to drive, you would probably go to like, well, back then was it like Toys R Us? That's where I would
Toys
go.
R Us, maybe Sports Park USA.
Oh yeah, Shout out to Sports Park USA.
That was the
But
place.
that was the best place ever.
Well, you know what? I'm not gonna just say Sports Park was Sports Park, because Sports Park was legendary.
Yeah.
Especially if you were a kid athlete or you were trying to meet some girls at a young age. It was a great place to go on a Friday night. It was like a club. But I did get a little DZ.
DZ was good.
I got DZ.
You ran a big chance of leaving there with pink eye, but it it was worth it.
Discovery Zone was the shit.
I always remember Discovery Zone because that's the first time I saw a person with webbed feet.
Ooh.
He was in the ball pit barefoot, and I just remember like, you have webbed feet.
What are you doing in the ball pit with no shoes or socks?
I don't know. It was the 90s. It was a different time back then.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's wild. That just left a nasty taste in my mouth. Like, how? Ugh. Germaphobe. I would have never gotten that ball pit.
No.
I didn't even really like climbing through the tunnels. Because I was just like, I remember some kid that we grew up with said he farted. He said he farted, but it was just a lingering effect of not a fart. So,
Yeah.
like,
So he sharded?
there was something in there.
You never forget that.
You
kid
never
either.
forget. You
Listen.
never do.
I can count on like two hands all the kids that farted in school, and I still remember them.
Ooh,
I see them in adulthood, and I was like, don't think I forgot about that time you farted in 4th grade and fumigated the whole classroom.
Nah, I still remember. We talked about this before. I remember a kid shit and he rolled it out of his leg. He like did like a leg shimmy, and then it's just like bloop.
Yeah.
In Miss
Who
Brogy's
did that?
class. In Miss Brogy's math class. I'll never forget that.
And I know that
Every
person
time
might be watching this right now with like sweat trickling down.
For real, I'm not gonna put you out
Face.
there. I'm not gonna put you out there. But every time I see your name pop up on Facebook, I'm like, I should accept the request and be like, I remember what you did in 4th grade.
Yeah. Just, I remember ...
I was there. Yeah.
You know, did you tell your wife?
I think he's married. I don't know. I haven't like followed up with it.
Yeah, like if you've done something like that memorable, like do you tell your kids about it? Like, when
Like,
you grow
like,
up?
hey, this might come up.
Yeah.
There's this one time in 4th grade, I was really excited about this test. I thought I had to fart. Turned out to be a shit, but miraculously rolled it right down my leg out, and then
And then I blamed it on Sean Penn.
didn't blame it on. I think he tried to blame it on like the class pet. I think he tried to blame it on like a hamster or something. It was just like
We had a hamster in that class. His name was Lieutenant Dan.
Was it?
Yeah, I remember it distinctly. Yeah, it was like a golden color. He was very friendly, very docile. You could pet him, and he would like just run around the class.
But who?
Yeah, Lieutenant Dan did
Lieutenant Well, he did have like hands to like, but like that would have been like throwing a boulder. It like you had to like throw it soccer style.
it. Oh my god.
But yeah, I still remember that.
I still remember you.
I'll never forget that. That's like that was like a canon event in my life. Like,
Yeah, and there was always a kid that was picking his nose and eating it too. We don't forget
Yeah.
that kid either.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of like all like the cringy shit I did as like elementary school. Like I do remember like I used to have like a fanny pack with like nothing but loose cookies.
Oh,
Just,
you
like-
were that kid.
I was that kid. Like yo, like I don't understand.
Were
Like
you
I
bribing kids to do your homework and be like, I got this bag, this fanny pack full
no
of cookies?
no, but I did have like a business mind even in like middle school, because I remember I would get $2 for lunch. I would go to the tobacco shop and buy $2 worth of Bazooka Joe gum. Come back to sell it to school, everybody quarter a piece. So I've turned my 2 into like
This is
$10. And
You
like,
just reminded me of something, and I was like, I remember like hearing about it, and I was like, this is something Sean would have done. But there was a kid, a young African American boy, and he was selling N-word passes to his white friends for $5.
definitely something I would have done.
That's
But like dependent
like that kid is going places.
that kid is going
Yeah, that is.
he needs a copyright. He needs a copyright, a domain name.
That is brilliant.
Cause like yo, the pass is only good in the vicinity.
I know. I hope we don't get shut down for that, because people love to start things, but I just think that is so brilliant.
Nah, you know what? You know what would be a genius a genius plan. You know how they have like stickers to put on like credit cards?
Yeah.
We just have one that says N-word pass.
Imagine
Instead
that.
of like people like handing over their credit card, like, oh, I'm paying for this.
Well, because you know what? Like, black people have so much access to cool shit. Like, let's just be real. Like, black people are just like historically cooler than everybody.
Yeah, well, we
You
knew we was
know?
gonna go through some shit, so they just made us.
Yeah.
They just gave us a little bit of flavor, you know.
I know, and we just want a little piece of the pie, you know? Like,
Nah, but y'all try to switch up the pie. That's what fucks it up. Be like,
Yeah.
what is this? Sweet potato? No, it's pumpkin. Be like, oh,
no, yeah, you have people like Justin Timberlake and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like those culture vultures, like that. Yeah.
wait, did you see the lady that was like yelling at the kid at the park? She was calling him a nigger for stealing like a toy, but he was like 6 with like autism.
Yeah, and then he has like now she has like $700,000.
Yeah,
in
she's right.
donations.
Like, yo, like who is donating to her cause?
Ah, probably the people that are trying to fight the gorilla.
These
Yeah,
morons.
people with the smooth brain.
First, first of all, it's a gorilla. Let's be real. Like gorillas aren't like super big, but they're like
They're big
four,
enough.
4 or 5 times the size of a regular dude. And like, what is this? What like? Do you know how strong gorillas are?
I know. If anything, why would you be trying to fight them? You should try to be making friends with them.
For real, like, first of all, didn't The Rock do that? Was that movie Rampage where he was like friends with the gorilla?
Yeah, those you want gorillas on your side.
For
you don't
real.
want them against you.
Hell, like, their bite could like separate. They could rip your arms off. Like, who's coming home?
I don't know.
No, but I did see one thing that had me crying. It was 100 gorillas versus Chuck Norris.
Oh, the gorillas would lose.
Instantly.
Yeah,
He was
instantly.
throwing them things around. Walker Texas Ranger was getting busy.
Yeah. That is nobody stronger than Chuck Norris.
Do you remember Chuck Norris jokes?
No, but I loved Walker Texas Ranger. I used to watch that show with my grandma all the time.
I never watched Walker Texas Ranger, but I remember a very funny Chuck Norris joke that like still cracks me up to this day.
Say it.
Okay. So Bruce Banner gets mad and he turns into the Incredible Hulk. The Incredible Hulk gets mad and he turns into Chuck Norris.
I don't like.
Okay, so they can bench press over 4,000 pounds. So if they
Oh my
could,
God.
if they could lift over 4,000 pounds, say you're a big dude and you're 220, he can still throw you a football field
I know.
and
that is
not break a
insane.
sweat. Like, who's thinking this? Who's thinking like, yo, you know what? we get the right 99. Me and the right 99, we could take this gorilla out.
Yeah. No.
No, you can't.
No, you
You
can't.
gonna like you punching a gorilla in the face is gonna be like throwing a grape at him.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like,
Did
are
you
you
ever?
doing?
You know, like if you go like this to a gorilla, that like means you want to fight them.
nope,
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
I saw a video one time. These kids, they were like on a field trip and they were all like going like that, and I guess the gorilla was like throwing himself on the glass, like trying to fight these kids. So I was like, oh my God.
I would not want no smoke from a gorilla. Like, there's so many other animals I'd rather try to fight fair.
Gorillas, polar bears.
Nope.
No.
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
Just leave the animal kingdom alone.
Nah. There's like, I'm trying to think of an animal that I think I could actually take on like a real fight. Like I think I could handle a raccoon. I think I could handle a raccoon. A wiry raccoon. I think I could handle that.
Well, my friend had a bat in her house the other day.
See, that would have ruined my day.
No, he's actually a cool bat. I picked him up, not with my bare hands, but I picked him up with like a dustpan, and I just put him outside.
Did you?
Yeah, and he flew away back to Transylvania.
Well, not was he small? If he was small, it's probably a fruit bat.
I don't know. It was like I don't know. It was like this big,
It might have been a fruit bat.
but he was.
They
just,
live under bridges and shit.
I don't know. I've never seen a bat in real life. I've only seen
Really?
them on TV.
Oh, We
But
s-
I was watching like all these videos on like TikTok about like people fighting gators. I think I could fight a gator.
Nope.
It doesn't look that hard.
Do you see the people that only fight gators?
Yeah, they're barefoot and they wear jorts in the middle of winter.
And
Yeah.
they try to pick a fight with this gator mid cigarette.
Yeah, I don't know, but listen, there's like a method to it. You got to tire it out, and then jump on its back, and then you just tape its mouth shut. Boom.
Mm-mm.
I would probably lose against a crocodile though.
I don't want any I don't want any smoke about like any large amphibian. Like I don't want to wrestle a snake. I don't want to wrestle a crocodile or alligator. This is one of the main reasons I don't want to go to Australia. You know they have saltwater crocodiles at the beach.
Yeah, I don't like crocodiles are evil, but I think gators are cool.
I don't like crocodiles. I don't like Crocs the shoe.
No.
I don't want nothing to do with any of them.
No, I feel like I could make friends with the alligator.
Nah. You can have a like in certain
I
states
would,
you can have
yeah,
a pet
I would
alligator.
I would have a pet alligator. I think they're adorable. Crocodiles are ugly, but gators are adorable.
They look the same.
No,
They got different snouts, but other
no, the
than that,
crocodile has like an ugly V-shaped mouth. He looks like he's just like bred for death. Like
they all look like they all
the
look-
alligator looks cool. Like you can have a beer with him. Like
like, hey man, open this for me.
maybe share a pizza. Like they're pretty cool.
Nah, look at that. Like, nah. I remember going to the Central Park Zoo as a kid, and they had just had like a hatching of like a bunch of baby crocodiles, and they were letting us throw like raw chicken into like because they had like a pool where like there was like half of it was like it must have been like an old pool at some point that they turned into like a crocodile pit,
Yeah.
and it was like some were like laying out like on like the little ledge, and then some were just in the water, but we were throwing them like raw chicken.
Yeah, that would be cool. But look at that Gary. He's so cute. He's smiling.
No, he's like what person is going to put their head in here and then I'm going to clamp down on it. Like you've seen so many of those where it's just like and I don't even know if they're fairs. I don't know what they are where the guy's just trying to like
You know what
show
would
you-
be a fun animal to fight? A kangaroo.
a kangaroo would beat the fuck out of you.
Yeah, I know. Have you seen how they move? It's almost like
Majestic.
yeah,
Like,
it's like electric almost. They're like "Eh," and they just go back on their tail and they're like ching like
yeah, but like first of all, kangaroos hop and run everywhere. Cardio off the charts.
Yeah, somebody once said that kangaroos are deers that went to jail. And it's true. You see how jacked they are?
Kangaroos
Look
are
at that,
jacked. I don't
yeah.
want to fight no kangaroo.
I know, but he looks so unassuming. Like I just want to talk. And then
Nah,
like,
he
comes
looks
and,
like-
beats.
He looks like he
beats to
sells
death.
dope on the side. Like he too big. Like, why am I seeing your vein definition? Like,
Yeah, that's. Yeah,
Nah.
he definitely.
nah.
He's definitely. Wow, he definitely was in the can for
He
a
does
while.
dips. Like, look at this guy.
Yeah, that's a lot
saucy,
of muscle.
saucy kangaroo right there.
But then you see all these Australians like punching them in the face. Like you ever see?
First of all, there's so much in Australia that can kill me. I want to go, but I don't want to go.
I think Australian people are just I don't know. They're like
Different breed.
They're a different,
Different
breed for
breed.
sure. Wakey wakey.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I
But
didn't get a nap today.
I know.
But yeah, I don't want to fight a kangaroo. I don't want to fight an anaconda. I don't want to fight anything that they make belts and shoes out of. I don't want to do that. I don't want to fight a javelina neither.
What the hell's that?
That's like a domestic warthog.
Oh jeez.
I don't want to fight one of them neither. Them motherfuckers are vicious.
Yeah, you know what else scares me? Honey badgers.
Yeah, they don't get. Yeah,
Yeah,
they don't take no shit.
No.
Yeah,
Oh my
these
god.
and they're bloodthirsty, which people don't realize about pigs, warthogs. The second they taste blood, they lose their minds.
Yeah, look at that one. Definitely tasted
Yeah,
blood. Look
and
at-
like
Ah!
he's got his tusks come down. The warthogs, their tusks go up. So like his tusks are like teeth with like bite force.
I know.
So he's breaking skin.
Our next episode is just gonna be Sean talking about all his Animal Planet knowledge.
Like, if you see this in the wild, leave it alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want no parts
Sean
of
is
that.
like the hood Steve Irwin.
But I'm not getting in the water. You're not gonna get me with a stingray.
Yeah.
You know what? I would my unironic death would be me trying to hand feed a deer and then it headbutt me and then I'm in a coma.
Oh
And then
my God.
that would be how I go.
Yeah. Mine would probably be trying to wrestle the gator.
Yeah.
I'm
Here-
really
here
determined to
lies
do it one day.
Anna. Hey, I'll record it.
Yeah.
I'm not getting in the pit with you.
Yeah.
No, I'm not getting down there with you.
I think I can do it.
I'm gonna be yelling out shit like bob and weave. He can't run in circles. Like,
Yeah. Oh my God. All right.
oh, where were we at? Did we talk about there was another dumb one that like kids are doing now. Have you heard of the Kool-Aid challenge?
No.
Oh my God. Okay. So the Kool-Aid challenge is where kids run into a fence, and as they run into the fence, they yell out like, "Hey, Kool-Aid!" And then look, they're
Pop through the fence?
Yeah.
Dressed up as the Kool-Aid?
No.
Oh.
Nobody's dressed up as Kool-Aid man, but they just say, "Hey, Kool-Aid," and run through a fence, which is like the dumbest of the challenges.
Where are they getting this information from?
I
Because I
don't
feel like
know.
I haven't seen like a Kool-Aid commercial in a long time. Like, how did they know that this was happening?
I have no. Well, TikTok. TikTok is doing it.
Oh God. And be like, oh yeah, and then
Yeah,
just like
then
pop
run through the
your
fence. Yeah, I'd be
Oh,
so
God.
mad.
Me too. It's like it's gonna cost me $1,000 to fix my fence right now.
And you got a video with 37 views. Way to go.
Yeah. Oh God.
Have you heard of these? I don't know what I would call them. Like an original lady gang called the 40 Elephants.
No, but I want to hear more about this. I
Oh.
love lady gangbangers are like near and dear to my
Yo,
heart.
they would set up dudes to get robbed as they were going to like. They say they were like running a brothel, and you go to this brothel. They rob you, throw you out the back.
Okay, Queens.
Yeah, they were good, man.
This is like during the Victorian era.
Yeah, 1873.
Oh wow! You just imagine like this like Elizabethan chick. I'm like, do you want to see my bosoms?
You're like, yes, I do. And then she's got to take off all her 17 pieces of garment.
Yeah, and then she's like, pow pow, run your shit.
Exactly. Pocket watch.
Yes.
Like, what?
Yeah, I think that's badass. You know what? I would be the 41st elephant.
Yo, like, I don't know if it was actually 40 of them, but oh, there were males in the 40 elephants as well. But everyone had a tattoo mark on their hand.
In the form of dots.
Yeah.
Oh,
So they were the original Crips.
okay. Did they have a dance? Like, did they crip walk?
I don't know. Do you think they might like curtsy?
Yeah, they probably be like do 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 like. I don't know. That's
Yeah, I
pretty
think
badass. though.
that's the one with the pearls. I think she's the ringleader.
She looks like it. She looks like She looks like
I think she was the ringleader.
yeah. She was the madam.
Yeah, but she looks like a.
I wouldn't fuck with her.
Me neither.
Yeah, she looks like she means business. She got the pearls around her neck like this.
I don't know who her
Yeah.
father is, but she looks just like him. Mary Carr. Wait, no, that can't be. She can't be a gangbanger and an actress.
I love her even more now.
If she was pulling finagles on both sides, like
Yeah,
you getting it good.
I love her. Look at her. She is a queen. I love it.
But that is something.
Yeah. This last story is gonna be
Well, no, hold on.
We got one more?
We got one more before that. Summer ice cream shops.
summer ice cream shops.
Yeah. What's your go-to ice cream summer shops?
There's actually a fabulous place called Somerville. I think Somerville Ice Cream. I think that's what it's called. It's in my town.
All right. Well, I was gonna.
It's really
We
good.
definitely gotta talk about. There's one in in Ocean Grove called Days.
Okay.
Days hits. And we gotta talk about Dairy Deluxe.
Oh my God, an absolute staple. No frills ice cream place, but hits every time.
Every time, like there's no seating inside,
No.
but there's always a line.
It's a barn.
It's for
It's a literal barn with ice cream in it.
and every time it hits.
Yeah, but
Every
like
time.
like I said, no frills. You're not going to get fancy schmancy there, but it's just good classic homemade ice cream that is just phenomenal.
Best banana milkshake in New Jersey.
Oh my God, I don't know what they put in their sprinkles, but it's just to the texture and just magnificent.
You know, another thing I learned, they don't call, like in London and Europe and stuff, they don't call sprinkles.
In South Jersey, they call them jimmies.
That's not a Jimmy.
Yeah, they call them jimmies down there. And they have like a lot of weird names for
You
things.
know what we call Jimmys up here?
Yeah, condams.
Yeah, that's a Jimmy. That's the Jimmys I know.
Yeah, so they just have their own like lingo down there.
Yeah, it's weird. I think they
That's
I don't
why-
remember
I
what they
think that's
called them, but
why-
they called them something like I can't remember. It's like hundreds and thousands or something like that. Something weird that they call them. I'm just like, no, those are sprinkles.
Yeah, listen. I'm sticking with sprinkles, and that's all I'm gonna say about that.
All right, so we
It
can.
just made me want Dairy Deluxe like so bad right now.
They'll be closed.
No, yeah,
They'll
I
be
gotta
closed.
be careful with ice cream. I can't handle it anymore.
No,
it makes
like-
me sick.
Okay,
The thought of it is nice. I'm eating it
No.
in my head.
you like that's something we had as kids. We had ice cream shops that you would go to, like Corner Confectionery.
Oh, the best. Honestly,
confectionery
that
was
was
crazy.
and it was like an old-fashioned place, like set in time.
They had
Like
the
they had the
train.
old like wood like things to like pull like it just
They had homemade Cokes.
yes, it was so set back in
The
time.
train around.
Loved that place. Oh, what a loss.
I know. Great place though. Okay, all right. Last one. So, the founder of Match.com loses his wife to someone she met on Match.com.
Oh, full circle moment.
Like, yo, like, how you lose your girl at work?
That yeah. What an interesting turn of events.
Like, it's good and bad for the company. Because it's good for the company because it's be like, hey, anyone can find who they're looking for. But it's like, yo, you lost your wife to someone she met on Match.com. Like, nobody, there wasn't a red flag to anybody. Like, hey, your wife just created an account.
Yeah. Sally's on right now.
Her dot is green. She's online right now.
Sally Big Cannons from New Haven, Connecticut.
Sally Toucans.
Yeah. Like, what's your thoughts on dating apps in general?
I'm not a dating app person.
No.
'Cause, like,
Listen, I've given them a fair shot, but I just feel like that I just feel like anything's never. I can't even talk. I'm getting so flustered. Nothing good has ever come from there.
no, every girl that I've met from a dating app has been socially awkward in
Yeah.
like ways to where it's just like, I remember one girl, we went out to dinner and she was like having a conversation with, but could not look at me. I'm just like, did I do something wrong? And is there,
Well, I can kind of get that. It could be a little intimidating to like look people in the face, but
well,
I
no,
just-
because like when you talk to somebody, you want to make sure that you got their attention. I'm over here working and you're just like, yeah, that's great.
One
I'm
time,
like,
I went
"Alright."
on a date with a guy from Match.com and we went out for drinks and his lemon fell off his drink and I watched him pick it up and then put it back in his mouth. I deleted the app as soon as I got home.
See, that would have been like, yo, he is going to kill you.
Yeah, it's
He's-
like we have a whole Lemongate situation here right
For
now.
real.
It's
Like, bro, like, he's like, no, it's good. It's good.
Let me just give you like a little background. It was wintertime, so everybody, and there was snow on the ground, so everybody's
So
walking
there's
in with like their
salt?
dirty shoes, and,
Oh.
and
Yeah,
I was
nope.
like I didn't even know what to say. I just was like,
I would have, like, faked a language at that point.
yeah. But you know what? I committed to the date. I stayed the whole time.
You're a good person.
Yeah,
You're better than me.
But I was just like, how many like what was that about?
Not like, do you do this often?
I know. Like, why are you so passionate about lemons? Like,
Is
let it go, dude.
Is it all citrus or is it just lemons? Do you have a thing for limes?
Yeah, oh God.
How do you?
Like, he just was like,
I mean, like, how do you feel about a clementine? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you're very passionate about citrus. Like, I don't get it. Like, why? Why?
You know, I did forget to ask you this, because I was saying, like, earlier, I'm kind of an asshole, and I'm okay with being an asshole. And I remember what sent me on this road. Like, you're not an asshole in any way, shape, or form. You're like a chocolate heart wrapped in a chocolate heart. You're a good person.
Thanks.
But I remember what sent me on my way of being an asshole.
Well, what was the canon event?
The canon event was I went to a Yankees game, and I might have been 4 at the time, and it was rained out. And I went to run up to Dave Winfield to get an autograph. Doesn't even look at me. He says, "Kid, I only sign autographs on days I play." As you can see, we were rained out. Gets in his car and gets driven away. Ricky Henderson sees this, picks me up, brings me back to my mother, signs everybody's autograph.
Aw.
Like, Ricky Henderson was a real one. But I thought I was over it until I saw the Derek Jeter documentary. And it starts with Dave Winfield talking about how, oh, you got to sign every autograph because you never know what
Yeah.
that kid's going to be. And I'm just like, you fucking liar. Like,
Yeah.
Dave Winfield.
Never meet your idol.
No. Dave Winfield, we got a problem. I see you anywhere, we got a problem, bro. And I'm gonna punch you, and you're gonna be like, what was that for? And I'm like, you know what that was for.
Who?
Because you don't sign autographs on days it was rained out.
Yeah, I mean, how do you do that when I went to a Yankees game when I was a kid. I think the baseball player's name was Jim Abbott. He had one hand.
Yeah.
He still made time to make autographs for
Yeah.
people, and he only had one hand. And what's your excuse?
He had no excuse. Dave Winfield, watch your back.
Yeah, count your days.
I'm like, if I see him in the airport, I'm not making my flight.
Yeah.
Like, it's coming down to it. I'm just
I
be
could
like,
just see you on the window with like a piece of paper, like sign my autograph.
Not
30,
even.
40 years later.
You remember? Do I look familiar to you?
Yeah. You're the origin of my villain era.
Exactly. You made this, Dave Winfield.
Yeah.
Jackass.
Well,
All right.
that's it for today. Thanks for
listening. Thanks for watching. We should have called the lady. We'll call her later.
yeah.
You got a call coming. We got you.
All right.
See ya.
See you later.